Would you trust an AI with your life savings? Not your spare change. Not your vacation fund for next summer. I'm talking about everything. Your retirement, your kids' college money, the emergency stash you keep because life has a habit of punching you in the face when you least expect it. It sounds insane until you realize people are already doing it. We've reached this strange moment where ChatGPT, this polite, endlessly patient text box, is being asked questions once reserved for financial advisors in suits with very shiny shoes. People are saying, should I buy this stock? Is this ETF better? How much do I need to retire at 55? And ChatGPT is answering. But here's the $1 million, or maybe the bankrupting question. Is that smart? Or is it a one-way ticket to disaster? Why the temptation exists? You know why this is happening? It's the perfect storm. First, convenience. ChatGPT is like that friend who never sleeps, never judges you, and never charges you for just one more quick question. You can throw a financial scenario at it at 3:17 a.m., and it won't say, "Can we talk in the morning?" It'll just give you numbers, charts, even a little pep talk if you want. Second, cost. Traditional financial advisors, they're expensive. Even a basic consultation can run you $150, $300 an hour. Robo-advisors like Betterment or Wealthfront are cheaper, but they're still limited. ChatGPT? If you've got the free version, it's literally zero cost. If you've got the paid plan, it's still cheaper than most humans. Third, curiosity. This is new territory. People are fascinated by the idea of an AI thinking about their money. And let's be honest, there's a thrill to it. Like asking a self-driving car to take you somewhere you've never been and wondering if you'll actually get there. Reality check. What ChatGPT can actually do right now? Let's get one thing straight before you start imagining ChatGPT logging into your bank account and moving funds around like some Wall Street wizard. It can't do that. Not yet. Here's what it can do. And this is where it's actually pretty impressive. Budget help. You feed it your income, expenses, and goals, and it can structure a budget for you. Investment research, ETFs, stocks, crypto, REITs, it can summarize and compare faster than you could Google them. Scenario simulations. What happens if I invest $500 a month for 20 years at 6% growth? You'll have an answer in seconds. Explanations. No more pretending you know what an expense ratio is while secretly Googling it under the table. And if you link it with tools like Google Sheets, Notion, or even personal finance APIs, you suddenly have a semi-automated money assistant. Think of it as a junior analyst who never asks for coffee breaks, though it will sometimes give you answers with way too much confidence. The smart side. Why people think this is a game changer, here's where ChatGPT shines: speed and scale. It can chew through thousands of market reports in seconds and spit out trends without you needing to scroll through pages of jargon. It doesn't get tired, it doesn't get hungry, and it doesn't hold grudges against that one stock that betrayed it in 2008. Because, it didn't exist in 2008. It's also immune to panic. Humans are emotional creatures. We see a market drop, our brain yells, "Sell before it's too late." ChatGPT, it just calmly tells you. According to historical data, market downturns are often followed by recoveries. It's like having a co-pilot who's cool as ice when the turbulence hits, and the translation power is huge. Imagine your bank statement explained in cooking terms. This month you baked a cake, your income. You cut 40% for rent, 20% for bills, 15% for groceries, and ate the rest yourself. Plus a little extra you shouldn't have. Suddenly finance isn't scary. Real case? I've seen people use ChatGPT to compare ETFs in under 5 minutes, spotting fee differences that would have taken hours of human research. That's not just convenience, that's financial X-ray vision. The disaster side. Why it could blow up in your face, all right? Let's kill the fantasy for a moment. ChatGPT has a flaw, and it's a big one. It can be confidently wrong. This isn't just a minor typo issue. It can tell you, in perfect soothing language, that a certain financial product exists when it doesn't, or give you tax advice based on laws that changed 5 years ago. And the danger? If you follow that advice without double-checking, you could lose real money. Here's the harsh truth. You can't sue ChatGPT. You can't walk into a courtroom and say, "Your Honor, the AI made me invest in llama futures." You're on your own. It also doesn't understand your fear. You might watch your portfolio drop 30% and feel physically sick. ChatGPT just sees data fluctuation. That emotional gap is dangerous because money isn't just math, it's psychology too. Honestly, it's a bit like GPS. It'll guide you perfectly most of the time. And then one day, it'll tell you to drive into a lake. If you don't have your eyes open, you're in trouble. Middle ground. Using it as a sidekick, not a boss, here's where I think people should land. Don't make ChatGPT your boss. Make it your assistant. Let it pull the data you don't have time to find. Explain the confusing bits in plain English, or French, or Japanese, or Klingon. It's multilingual like that. Show you multiple possible routes before you pick one. You still make the call. You're the pilot. ChatGPT is just your radar. I've seen some clever setups. People connecting ChatGPT to Zapier, so it updates their budget every week, flags unusual expenses, and even sends a coffee habit alert when they spend more than $120/month at Starbucks. That's the smart use. Not, here's my bank password, go wild. The bigger question, can we trust machines with money? This isn't just about ChatGPT, it's about trust. We've been slowly outsourcing decisions to machines for decades. Autopilot in planes, algorithms deciding which job applications get seen, Spotify deciding our music taste. But money, that's different. Money is tied to survival, security, pride, dreams. It's emotional. And while ChatGPT can calculate your future net worth, it can't feel the weight of the fact that this is your kid's education fund, or your shot at retiring before you're too old to enjoy it. That gap, the lack of human empathy, is why no matter how smart the AI gets, it's still a tool, not a replacement. The sharp knife analogy. So, is it smart or a disaster? Honestly, both. It's like a sharp knife. In skilled hands, it's incredible. In careless hands, it's a trip to the emergency room. If you're going to use ChatGPT for money, treat it like a calculator that occasionally lies. Incredibly useful, but not infallible. Double-check its work, cross-reference, and for big life decisions, get a human in the loop. Because here's the thing. You can make back lost money, but you can't make back lost trust. Now I'm curious. Would you let ChatGPT help manage your finances? Or is that just asking for trouble? Drop your answer in the comments. Would you hand over your life savings to an AI? I mean, think about it. You've worked for years, maybe decades, to build up a safety net. And now this talking computer, ChatGPT, says it can help manage your finances. It's tempting, right? A 24/7 financial guru. No judgment, no scheduling conflicts, no hourly fees. It's like having Warren Buffett in your pocket. Except it's not Warren. It's code. Lines of text predicting what you want to hear. So is it genius or a financial suicide mission? Let's talk. Section 1. Why people even consider it. Here's the thing. Humans already trust algorithms with money. Robo-advisors like Wealthfront or Betterment, they've been quietly running portfolios for years. Banks use AI to approve loans faster than human staff. Even PayPal uses machine learning to decide if your payment is safe. But ChatGPT feels different. It talks like a person. It answers your follow-up questions. It feels like it understands you, which is why some people are already letting it handle parts of their financial life. And honestly, I get it. It's fast. It's free, or at least cheaper than a $200 per hour financial planner. And it's available at 2 a.m. when you suddenly decide to replan your retirement because you saw a TikTok about the housing market collapsing. Section 2. What ChatGPT can do. Right now, let's be clear. ChatGPT isn't logging into your bank account and moving money around. Not yet, anyway. What it can do is help you build a budget if you feed it your income and expenses. Explain financial jargon that makes you feel like you need a translator. Summarize research on investments, ETFs, stocks, crypto, even those niche real estate REITs. Run what-if scenarios. What happens if you invest $500/month at 6% growth for 20 years? It'll give you a number faster than you can open a spreadsheet. And if you connect it with tools like Excel, Google Sheets, or even personal finance apps through APIs, now it starts to feel like a junior financial analyst working for you, without the coffee breaks. Section 3. The smart side, all right, let's talk upside. AI can chew through thousands of market reports in seconds. It doesn't get bored, it doesn't need lunch, and it doesn't get emotionally attached to a stock like that one uncle who refuses to sell Tesla because Elon's a genius. It's calm. You know those moments when the market dips and everyone's screaming, sell, sell, sell? ChatGPT just sits there, patiently reminding you of your long-term plan, if you programmed it to care about your plan. Plus, it can translate complex financial data into plain English, or whatever language you're most comfortable with. Imagine your bank statement explained like a recipe. Here's your income, here's your expenses, here's the leftover. That's the cake. Here's how much of that cake you've already eaten. And I've seen real people use ChatGPT to compare ETFs in minutes, spotting fee differences a human might miss. It's like a personal assistant who's really into numbers. Section 4, the disaster side, and it's a big but, AI has a confidence problem. Sometimes it's wrong, like confidently wrong. ChatGPT can hallucinate, give you outdated info, make up financial products that don't exist, or give advice that sounds great, but ignores tax laws in your country. And if you follow that advice blindly, there's no safety net. You can't walk into a courtroom and point at ChatGPT like, "Your Honor, the AI told me to buy dog-themed cryptocurrency." It also doesn't feel risk. You might see a 50% portfolio drop and panic. ChatGPT sees it as just another data point. That gap in emotional understanding can lead to friction. Honestly, it's a bit like GPS. 99 times it gets you there perfectly, and then once it tells you to drive into a lake. Still, most of us keep using it. We just keep our eyes open. Section 5, middle ground, the financial sidekick. So, maybe the sweet spot isn't ChatGPT as your boss, but ChatGPT as your sidekick. You let it pull data together faster than you could. Explain confusing terms so you don't need a finance degree. Give you multiple options so you can make a better informed decision. But you, the human, still make the final call. Think of it like having a calculator. You trust the math, but you still check that you punched in the right numbers. Some people are even linking ChatGPT to Notion or Zapier to auto-update their budgets, track spending categories, and send them little nudges like, "Hey, your coffee habit is now officially a car payment." Section 6. The bigger question, here's what this all boils down to. Trust. We've been slowly handing decision-making to machines. Autopilot on planes, smart thermostats, even Netflix deciding what we should watch. Money's just more personal. It's history, emotion, pride, fear, all wrapped up in numbers. And while ChatGPT can calculate, it can't feel that weight, which is both its biggest strength and its biggest blind spot. So smart or disaster? Honestly, both. It's like a sharp knife. Incredibly useful in skilled hands, dangerous if you hand it to a toddler. If you're going to use ChatGPT for money management, treat it as a tool, not a replacement for your judgment. Use it to speed up research, simplify decisions, and keep you informed. But always double check. Now I'm curious. Would you let ChatGPT help manage your finances? Or is that just asking for trouble? Let me know in the comments.